Welcome back to Java with Miyoshi. Today we're gonna write our own little program and hello world is in this case, and I'm gonna do it a little differently though. I'm going to step over here to the side, and then we're gonna have the window where the computer does all its work over here on the other side of the screen. So the first thing you want to do is you want to, whether you're using Windows or Linux or iOS, if you're using any of those programs, you're going to want to browse to where your application is loaded and then double click on Eclipse and then let it load up. And once you do that, you can let it use the default location, or you can choose the location where you want your projects to be. Once you do that, you're going to, what are you going to do next? Oh, you're going to let it load and it'll do all its stuff that it does when it's loading, and then you can go up to File, or you close up the welcome window, and then you go to File, New, and we're going to make a new project. Now, I don't like to put in spaces in my project name. I actually don't remember if Java, if Eclipse lets you do that, but so I like to put in Hello World here in this case, and I'll put the Hello World with no space in it. Once I do that, I'm going to use that triangle there, and I'll browse down until I find the source file. When you get to the source, src, then you can, that folder, you can right click on that and make a new class. So we're going to make a new Java class, and it's going to be, we're going to name it Hello World again. And what it's going to come up with some nice nifty things, and that little menu, so to speak, the window there, the dialog box, and you're going to go ahead and click on the checkbox that says have a main, and you're also going to make sure that your Java class name doesn't have any spaces in it. So we're just going to call it Hello World, and you can ignore that, or I like to ignore anyway, the warning up on top that says using the default class is not a, it warns against using the default class. I like to go ahead and ignore that, and I'll make my class in that location. Once I do that, I like to put in import space java.util.star semicolon at the top. You don't really need to do that in this case, but I like to put that in there anyway. That little kind of looks like a light bulb on the left hand side, says hey, you're not really using this, but that's okay. Then I like to get rid of the little stub in the that says to do in the main, and then any space, any extra stuff in there. And then I type in system.out, capital S in system.out println, PRINTLN, open parentheses, double quote, put my hello world inside the double quotes. I have the double quote end, close parentheses, semicolon, and there I have my first program. Then I right click on the class again. I'll do run as, and then when you do the run as, you run it as an application. Once I do that, then it runs, and it compiles, and it runs, and down underneath you see a hello world show up, and then you know your program's run properly. Now, then your program is done. Now, I don't like to leave you at that. I want you to have, not everything goes smoothly all the time, so I like to go ahead and delete the semicolon out of there and try to compile it again. So this time I might hit the triangle on top, that little green triangle on top, which is a run button, and I try to run it, and it says, hey, something's wrong. Gives you a little error, it says, and you want to go ahead and stop the process. You cancel the process, and you look at the error. Now, you can either look at the problems window, or you can look at the little X on the left-hand side, and you can see the squiggly underline there, and see that there's, and read what it says, and it says that there's a missing semicolon. So you put the semicolon back in, hit that little triangle, the green triangle that's run, and you can run it one more time. This time it runs fine. It gets hello world down there on the bottom again, and you're done. So now you have run, you've made your first program, you have fixed an, you made an error, you fixed the error, and you've debugged the program, and you've been successful. You had a little bit of failure, and you had, which, don't be afraid of failure when you're programming, but you've done all those things as you made your first Java program. So now it's on to bigger and better things, and newer and greater things. So anyway, thanks again for tuning in. See you next time on Java with Miyoshi.